Well, let's just get started. Right here on Cricut Design Space, I have uploaded a couple images that we are going to put on a t-shirt and a sweatshirt. So I got those all cut. I'm showing you here, I'm putting the vinyl on the mat. Then we got that cut, and here we're going to start weeding this. Now, I'm not going to bore you and make you sit here and watch me weed this whole sunflower and heart, but I will show you a little bit of it. Iron-on vinyl is a lot easier to weed than sticker vinyl, so it goes kind of quickly. But anyway, I thought that we could make us a fall sweatshirt and a cute little t-shirt today. So here we go. We're just picking all of those extra pieces out there, just like that. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? That's what it looks like when it's all done. And then here's our second project, and this is what it looks like when it's all done. Now I'm going to take this purple t-shirt right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that you don't have to have a heat press or anything fancy to use your iron-on vinyl. I just took a regular iron and a towel. I folded a crease halfway down my shirt, so I folded my shirt in half, shoulder to shoulder. And then I folded my iron-on in half. That way I can line the two lines up, and I will know that I have my iron-on straight on the t-shirt. Now I usually go down about 4 fingers from the neck. That seems to work for me. They do have things that you can buy to show exactly where to put them, put your iron-ons on t-shirts and stuff like that. But I have found the little, 4-finger trick works just fine. So now when I do this, I want to apply pressure, and I want to hold it down, and I just go over the whole thing. And once I go over the whole thing, then I just put my parchment paper right back down and go over it again. And you can see that turned out perfect and totally awesome. Now right here, I am going to do this hoodie. Same thing, folded it in half, folded the iron-on in half, and I'm just going to stick that on there. These are going to be just fun little sweatshirts to throw on when we're running to the pumpkin patch or to the grocery or whatever, the sweatshirt and the t-shirt. And, just something to have anyway. So I'm just pushing down with the iron. Got to push down a little extra when you're on a sweatshirt because it's a little bit thicker material, and you want to make sure that you're pushing all the way down. Now see, the iron wasn't all the way sticking there. So I just laid that back down, went right back over the top of it. Now I'm just gonna go over it one more time once that paper's off. Now make sure that for first few times that you wash this, you do wash it wrong side out. That will help with that. Now if you take it out of the dryer and it's a little messed up, just iron it again. Usually that'll work. So there's our sweatshirt and our t-shirt. I think they turned out really cute. They go along with our theme for today. Our theme is purple and sunflowers. It's the Fall Frenzy. It's a YouTube collaboration hosted by Make All Things With Me and Creative Roots Art. I want to thank them so much for having me with this collaboration, and you should go check them out. Subscribe to their channel and see what all you like over there. We do have a bunch of collaborators joining us today, so make sure you stay tuned for the playlist. The playlist link is in my description, and you can just click on the playlist, and each video will play one right after the other. All right, let's get started on this second craft DIY. I'm just going to use my journal here. This is a journal. It's a composition book that I've put together, and I glue a few pages together, washi tape the ends, and just do all kinds of fun stuff in there. There's all kinds of different things inside of this journal that I've done. I've painted in here, I've decoupaged in here, I have you name it, and I've done it in there. I've junk journaled in here where I've used all trash and stuff. But what we're going to do is, you saw those clip art pictures that I got those off of Etsy. We're going to put those on this page, but I need some sort of background. So right here, I'm going to use this newspaper. I have the newspaper, so why not use it, right? And I'm just kind of gluing it down and hodgepodgey, just whatever, all over the place, and I'm gluing it down there. Now, I don't want to go directly up to the center of the book because every time the book opens and closes, it will cause it to come unglued. So I go over that crease right there. Okay, so we are just going to continue to put this newspaper on here and fill up most all of the white on here. It's really not necessary to fill the whole thing up because, we're going to put those sunflowers on here, but, sometimes it's easier just to cover the whole thing. It's newspaper, so it's not like it costs me a bunch of money. It didn't cost me anything, actually. It's my mother-in-law that gets the paper, and I get it from her, so it's not like I'm being wasteful. But you can be a little more strategic and know exactly where your designs are going to be and just do around them. So here I'm just filling in a couple little spots just because I have these little pieces of paper right here. I'm just going to get those glued down like that. And now I'm just going to get that out of my way. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some white gesso. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some on my little plate right here. And I'm going to wet down my brush. And when I wet it down, I also wetted down the gesso a little bit, and we're just going to go over that. So we're kind of giving this newspaper a whitewash so that the white edges of those pictures don't stand out quite so much, because the newspaper isn't really white. It's kind of an off-white color. And we're just going to go over this with the gesso, and then we're going to get that dry right there. And you can still see all the writing through there and all that. I just really like this look. I think it looks really cool. Now here I'm going to just try to figure out where I want to put these pictures. At first I was trying to think I need to use every single one of them. Then I was like, no, I don't think I need to use every one of them. I'll use 3 of them. And then what I ended up doing was I ended up using 2 of them. So I have this cotton fabric here. It's dark purple. And I just wanted to add it as a little bit of an embellishment on this page. And I don't have a whole lot here, so I just kind of ripped it in strips. I ripped it in 4 strips. And then I just, randomly put them on this page. Just at random, nothing fancy or anything like that. So I just started gluing those on. And again, I just used my stick glue. I love using stick glue. You can use wet glue if you want to, Fabri-Tac, whatever you want to use. I've not had any trouble with stuff coming up with my stick glue. But if I did, I would just re-glue it down. Not a big deal. Okay, so now we're going to put this one across here. Now they're going to start getting where they're frayed on both sides. And I don't want to lose that. I want to keep those little pieces of thread that are hanging out and hanging on the page. So you'll see I just kind of put glue in a lot of places, and I just kind of push that down so that those are just kind of hanging on there. I kind of like that look. It just looks fun. And I like it. I like it being like that. Okay, so now I decided to pull up my washi tape because if you noticed on the left-hand side, the washi tape that holds the pages together is this lavender washi tape that I'm using right here. And I kept it open, or I kept where you could see it a little bit over there. But I decided I'd just add a couple more pieces, on the page. Then I was like, well, I'm covering up the washi tape. I was like, well, I thought I'd take it off. Then I was like, you know what? No, I'll just leave it there. I'm going to cover it up. It don't matter. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue on the back of my piece of my clip art right here. Make sure I get around the edges and all that kind of fun stuff. I just love these pictures. I think they're absolutely cute. They're like black and white, and then the purple just jumps out at you. And it's just perfect for our theme today. Again, I also want to thank our hosts again. I want to thank Leah from Make All Things With Me. And I want to thank Corey from Creative Roots Art. Just excited to be here. What a fun playlist. And a lot of fun things going on YouTube. So make sure you check out that playlist and watch everybody. See what's going on with everybody else's video. I have no idea. I'm excited. There's a lot of collaborators in the chat. So I'm hoping that everybody is able to do us a video. Okay, so now here I'm just going to take this purple dark purple paint right here. Put it on toothbrush. Now I could rub my finger across the bristles, but I decided it's just as easy just to tap it and put some dribbles here and there all over this project. And I think that just adds a little bit extra finishing touch to it. So, and then I just kind of rub it in a little bit. I don't know. I just like playing with it. So anyway, so here's our project. I just need to get it a little bit dry, and probably just leave the book sitting open overnight so it gets good and dry. I had a couple spots that I didn't get all the way to the edge, so I'm just taking my glue and fixing that. Easy peasy, not a problem right there. Then I start working on drying it again. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate every single one of you. And here is a picture of our finished project right here. And here is both projects right there together. And it's a purple and sunflower frenzy. How fun is that? Make sure you check out that playlist, you guys. Make sure you ring that bell if you want to get notifications for anybody that you subscribe to. And I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.